What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? And today we are doing a reaction to Soups. Apparently, he did a video on when he did a set visit for Superman, and I don't think he's going to show footage because I don't think he's legally allowed to do that. But we're gonna see what this is all about, and yeah, I'm curious to see what he is allowed to share. So without further ado, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1.
You can feel it. You can feel it in the air.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Dude, I actually have two stories I want to share with you because for me, that moment happened like 2 years ago. And it was because I had the chance to go to set and see a lot of what they were cooking at the time. I got to watch David film some flying scenes.
Yeah.
And so, you know, just to walk you through it, I got to set. Mr. Terrific was filming some scenes, and I actually think we actually saw it in the trailer where it's him in the chair and he's flying.
Yeah, we just saw that.
Yeah, so I got to see him filming some of that, and when James saw me, James Gunn, he like called me over because he recognized me because we worked on some stuff from Peacemaker when Peacemaker season 1 was coming out, and he was like, Matt, come here. And so I go over to the monitor, and they're editing some of the kaiju fight, and that's where I was like, dude, what?
Yeah.
I'm seeing all this for the first time, and I'm like, oh my, we are not ready. Like a kaiju Superman fight?
That should be cool.
And so I sit next to James, and James asked me, he's like, Matt, have you seen the sizzle? And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen anything, bro. I saw the first look suit image that you just posted on social media. And so then he's like, guys, he's under NDA, right? And then I'm like, dude, yes, bro. Yes. I won't spoil this on social media. And then he's like, let's run the sizzle for Matt.
Oh.
And so I sat next to him, and then Eddie Gathegi, Mr. Terrific, he comes behind me and he sits next to me, and a lot of the crew just huddle around the screen because again they're all passionate about this movie, about this character, and we watch a lot of what was just the first trailer for the movie, and it was like the same score, and it was. There wasn't a lot of CGI shots. Like Crypto wasn't in it. The kaiju fight wasn't in it because that was all obviously still in the process.
I would imagine so.
Getting put together, and so after watching this sizzle, I'm like lightheaded because I'm like, dude, I've waited years to see this, bro. Like I can't believe I'm watching this right now. So I'm like, and I'm watching it like literally like this, bro, next to James like this in director's chairs, and so I'm like, guys, I need air. Like, and you know, the rest of the team gets back to filming because there's a lot of moving parts. And so I step outside and I'm like, I'm telling the Warner Brothers people, and I'm like, guys, like, my life is made, bro. Like, we could go home right now. I just got to set, and my life would be made.
Yeah.
And as soon as I say that, David walks by, fully in costume.
No.
That would be cool.
Heading to the stage. Being prepped on a scene, and he's just locked in. Like he didn't even see me, but he was just walking like with his cape flowing, bro. And he's just locked in, getting ready to film the scene he was about to film. And so, dude, having that moment, I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm going to need you to fan out a little harder right now. Everyone on the internet knows Soups, okay? I want to know, what was Matt thinking when he's on that set? Like, take away the professionalism. You're just the dude that has loved Superman his whole life. Like, seeing him in person, you got to tell me what it was like.
Dude, I mean, I'm exactly how I'm telling you right now. Like, it's how what I'm saying is exactly how I felt. And then, you know, I was supposed to film a video with David on set, and so the time came later on when you know, he was we broke for lunch, and I headed over to his trailer, and for me, this was the moment where I was like, that is Superman. Because I already had that moment earlier where I was like, oh my God, this, like, physically, the dude's like 6'5", and he's like towering over everyone. So physically, he already had the presence, and I learned that when he first walked by. But the moment where I said, this is Superman, is when he first came out of that trailer, and he like peeked his head, and he's like, hey man, I'm David. And he just came at me with this like such wholesome,
Boy Scout,
sweet energy, bro. And he was like asking me to direct him, and he was asking if like I had any notes for him, and he was just so open and sweet and just excited. Cool. And then, you know, we
and you need that
we obviously
energy
filmed
for
that set
Superman
video,
too.
And then after that, he was like, Matt, I'll see you around. It was a pleasure to film this with you. I gotta go to work. And then I was like, bro, you go do that thing.
Up and away.
You go do that thing, bro. And then I got to watch him film some more flying scenes. And dude, like, it was just the coolest thing ever. And like, man, like, growing up and loving this character and dude, like, I don't think the rest of the people can see this because we're in my office, but like, you see the amount of Superman stuff that's in this office, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Superman is my guy. The name Soups literally comes from Superman, and it's because I love this character so much. I wanted to honor him and get more people and put more people on Superman.
Yeah.
And now we have this film that's coming out, and it really
That's what
truly
it's all
feels
about.
like
That's what we're
like the
hoping
world
for.
is galvanizing around this movie right now.
Yes, absolutely. It feels like no matter what is going on in this world, people find a way to bring it back to Superman. Like, it's going to be the biggest movie of the summer
100%.
for sure.
And
I mean, just on a personal note, you and I have been talking about this movie almost every day for like 2-3 years.
dude, since we met,
Like, the fact that it's actually coming out in just over a month
5
is
weeks away?
insane.
I know we're a month away, guys, and like with every new thing that the marketing team releases, whether it's a new poster,
marketing
of him
has been
smiling,
on
or the
point.
video of him playing with the kids, or behind the scenes content of David and Rachel just goofing off.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like they're getting it. They
They
got
get
it.
it.
God, dude, that they did a recent interview where it's just Nicholas and David like just talking to each other, and it's like the chemistry is insane.
And that's the thing, is that Nicholas is so charming as well.
Nicholas
is
like,
gonna
even
be a
though he
great
plays
Lex
an evil
Luthor.
Lex Luthor in
I
this,
know.
he's so charming in his own right. And man, I kind of feel bad for Nick because it's like he auditioned for Superman and Robert Pattinson's Batman, and he didn't get it. But honestly, I love how he's like low-key channeling all of that into his hatred for Lex.
Some of those shots of him in the trailers have been like the money makers of those trailers.
Bro, and I really hope that they just make him a hater. Don't like give him don't necessarily give him a backstory or a reason why or make him empathetic. Like, sometimes we just need pure haters
Yeah.
that are in it for the love of the game.
He's a hater, all
Absolutely.
right.
And I hope he doesn't get put to the sidelines after this movie. I hope he is like
Lex
in
is going to be a
everything.
big deal.
Yeah, he's
Lex
got to
is
be
gonna
an
awesome.
He's got to be one of those recurring villains. Like, dude, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. A lot of people forget that he obviously died at the end of the first Tobey Spidey movie. But those cameo scenes that he has in Spider-Man 2 and in Spider-Man 3.
Oh
like,
my God, yeah.
Dude, they are so important
Yeah.
for like those stories and for certain characters like Harry, which obviously like play a bigger role in like something like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
But it's just so well done, and I want to see something like that with Nicholas's Lex, where he's
Yeah.
just constantly popping up.
Well, because that's the whole thing. For me, especially, is like Norman is this huge character in the comics that does all of these sorts of different things. Like, he's not just the Green Goblin.
Hashtag
He's the president.
Toby's
he's
the GOAT.
director of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's a crooked businessman. Like, that's who Lex can really be in the DCU. He can one day be the president. He could be in charge of Argus. He can be a terrorist. He can be whatever he wants. Like, and that's what I'm most excited for.
And in a similar way to Kingpin, there's no prison that's going to
Yeah.
keep him locked up for
100%.
too long.
Come on.
He's always going
We
to
all
find a
know
way
he's
out.
coming
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
That was awesome. Yeah, I like I said, I can't wait for this movie. It's going to be great. It's going to be the movie event of the summer. Superman, next month. Let's get it, baby. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth. Hold up. Hit like, subscribe, all that good shit. You know what to do. Now, Truth out.